Okay, I think Cece and myself are the only two up here tonight. And Jegs, if you just go back and look at your email, you probably can get that link up because you want me to redrop it, it won't happen because I'll mess around and cut off my entire show here.
Right.
Hey, Kason, how you
Hey,
doing?
Casey. Hey, my Renaissance.
My Renaissance grandma, howdy, howdy. Always glad to see you guys. But we're going to wait on a few more people to get in here. Why don't we do a little roll call until we get a few more in? Casey, what's the weather in your neck of the woods? You and my Renaissance grandma. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
What's the weather up that way, Mike? Waiting on a few more people to get here, so you might well report that weather and let me know what's going on up there in the Minnesota. But they're calling for 24 here tonight in South Carolina.
Mm-mm. It's 62 here right now.
She down in Texas. You know, Beyonce said this ain't Texas.
Our low will be 50 tonight. So we good.
Oh yeah, you most definitely good. I could take off this sweater and shit if we had all that. Okay, JG, you gonna have to wait till Dr. Leo or one of them get here so we can drop that link. Hey, my daughter, how you doing?
Hey, Angel.
And she's got the same weather I got. So, Jason, what the weather look like your way?
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting some rain tonight, finally. So it's supposed to rain from 7 till 3 in the morning, which is good. My garden needs it.
Oh, Mike said it's, there my daughter is. Crafton, drop the link for Jed. Drop the link for Jed, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You want me to send it to him?
Yeah, please do.
Yes,
Because
sir.
he said he was tapping and said he couldn't keep up. Mike says 24 degrees, and that's supposed to be the lowest 6 degrees.
Oh.
Man, good.
What? 6 degrees?
6.
No.
Kansas said it's 30,
Family.
and the wind chill is in the low 20s. Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
So what they doing to keep their plants warm?
If Fran want to know what everybody is doing, even those in the chat, what they're doing to keep their plants warm. Well, Cece don't have that problem.
Mine are in the greenhouse right now. We were 39 this morning.
Well, you know, that's above freezing.
Yes, we was 39 this morning, which is cold because I got dragon fruit and stuff. They can't deal with that. So,
Well, I got one little space inside garden, but Fran greenhouse, that storm tore it up.
oh
So
no.
she's having it
That's it.
reassembled. Hey, Cato family.
Hey,
It's like it's gonna be 20-something degrees here tonight. 23.
Oh, you about right there with us then.
Mm-hmm.
After.
It's been cold all week.
Yes, it has been. I did that little short live the other night, and Fran don't believe in no heat.
No.
I had to put on my house robe and my stocking cap. Yes, I did. I tell you, I just can't deal with it no more. And I was at one time stationed in South Dakota, but I was a young dude then. Mike said he sits outside when it's 24 degrees. He just sit out there
Oh no.
and fed the squirrels. Well, let me get these down here and take them up there with you.
You know, for me, I used to be cold all the time, but now, yeah, no, I get hot very quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish you send me some of what you and Fran taking. I tell tell you, I just can't deal with it. And
We some
Mm-mm.
hot-blooded ladies.
oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard Fran or not.
Mm-mm.
She said that there was what?
We just some hot-blooded ladies.
Okay. She said that y'all just some hot blooded ladies. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, but it's the age. Yeah, we
Well, I must be cold blooded then. 'Cause
Yeah, you and me both.
all the
I do not like any cold. I can't deal with it.
Queso
Casey
says that she's got a weather watch, 6 inches of snow, blowing winds, and travel
Ooh.
advisory.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
That's in
Yeah.
Ohio.
Kind of winter person.
I had a friend of mine to come down today from Asheville, North Carolina, which is just a little piece away, about 50 something miles, about 50, 60 miles. And he said they had snow.
Wow.
And so it really have been cold. To
Mhm.
me, it have been. Now, I don't
It's
know.
been freezing. It has
Yeah.
been cold. Cece, what's the coldest y'all have gotten?
30, 30, let's see, 35.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
this week and last week, it's been cold.
But we don't get our cold until like February.
Yeah.
January, February is when we get our what y'all having now. That's when we'll get that.
So usually that's when we get it. It's down south. It doesn't get cold that early, and when it does get cold, it doesn't stay cold for long.
Right.
You know, that's like down south. Period. I mean, it doesn't matter what low you. But right now, it's like that's unusual.
Yeah, it's like wintertime. Yeah.
And winter is not even here yet.
But see, we'll bounce back. Like we're supposed to have some days in the 70s this week. So
Okay, we'll have some in the 60s.
mhm.
And Cato family saying he can't wait until they get some snow in Oklahoma.
Oh.
Well, he ought to go up there and borrow some of that from Cason's.
Hey, Fresh.
And Mike,
Hey,
Fresh and Fire, how you doing?
Hey, y'all.
Glad to see you in here too. Fran, she says
I emailed it to him. I'm not sure where he at.
a greenhouses with an extra layer of plastic, frost cloth. Okay. All right then. Mike, send Cato family knows a box of snow, please.
He said he thinks StreamYard is mad. He'll keep kicking him out.
No, close out all of your apps and then open it back up. Don't try to blame that. Don't even know who you are. They ain't mad at you.
Casey said they won't see 70 until May or June.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
And Cato, Mike said he's going to send 2 boxes of snow to you. Well,
I like the snow, but I didn't like living in it. So my first, when I was younger, we used to live in Nebraska. But when I went to Germany, I was stationed in Germany. Like, yeah, it was, that was snow. Then I moved to Virginia. Yeah, a lot of snow. So I like it, but I don't want to live in it.
Mm-hmm. He said he did that.
I don't believe it. Yes, sir. I believe you.
Jed said he did that.
Yeah.
But it didn't work or something. and I know he's not asking me to drop nothing because
He had that bootleg laptop.
that's what he's doing.
Okay, so you can drop it. Do this. And don't let anybody else up, if they come up. But go down to your settings, or if you go down to settings and you should see.
Who are you talking to?
You.
He's like, I'm not touching this.
Yeah, you ain't talking to me. They don't say they don't get snow there. It's like when he was a kid. So,
Hey, Nikki.
hey, Nikki, how you doing?
Who you talking to?
Yeah, I don't know who he talking to. He must think my grandson is over here tonight or something.
So y'all, honestly, I haven't been able to play anything. I've been so busy. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
No, I can understand what you being a crafter this time of year. I know you're busy. I really do.
I wish I would have gotten to plant something, but I'm going to be more organized next year so I can plant some fall stuff because I really want to grow like broccoli, my favorite, cauliflower, one of my favorites. I love Brussels sprouts. I want to do that stuff.
Mhm.
Greens.
Yeah.
Well, we got a few people in the chat now, so I want to ask the chat and the panel, because I know CC probably know this. You know, what are the best options for beginner gardeners?
As far as like things to grow.
Well, how I get my subjects are I'll be talking to people, especially when I'm out doing work for other people. Somebody approach me and they know that I got a YouTube channel or they own one of my subscribers, and they want to ask how do they even get one started, or what's the option? Is the dirt or the grow bags or
I would say I would say containers. That's how I started off.
Mhm.
Containers, maybe one or two plants, and just try to grow them. And you can put some seeds in that container, or start off with a start. You know.
Mhm. So me being a beginner, I would say like a combination of both things. And what CC is saying, I didn't grow anything in the ground. I only did containers, which I really like doing containers. I do want to grow in the ground, but so a combination of seeds and starts just to see if you're able to
Right.
if you could do what it takes to make those seeds grow, but you have starts that's pretty much going to produce if you take care of them, if you do the right thing with them. So I would say a combination of both, but don't do too many things at one time. And
Mhm.
I mean, I wouldn't think that it could be too many things at one time, but you can definitely do too many things at one time being a beginner.
Right.
Oh yeah, well I told him to watch the live stream tonight. He said he was definitely gonna watch it, but he wasn't typing nothing. Because he couldn't type and he wasn't typing nothing. So this is why I told him that just watch some of the communities and pick up on that. Now what Cato was saying was containers and grow bags.
And they
These
say
are
seeds want to
raised
grow.
beds. Raised beds. What he
Raised beds.
I
Yeah.
still have my raised beds from. Oh, I ain't gonna talk about it, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Well, see, that's one of the things that I had told him, but he said he had enough space that he lived in a new type development, and he had enough space where he could do a small in-ground garden, a small one.
Mm-hmm.
And so my remark to him was, if you do containers or raised bed, then you got to fill it up with something.
Mhm.
And the dirt that you're buying now at the stores are really not all natural.
Yeah.
So you got that expense plus your cost of your containers. And he
Mhm.
got a couple
That's
shovels and little holes around there that he can use. So
Yeah.
I gave him the advice. The best was just more or less try to start something in that little small area he had.
I
Just
think that's a good idea. I
just
mean,
get it enriched. And I also told him that the starters, as you all mentioned,
Mhm.
probably would be his best choice just to see something growing where he'll stay encouraged
Right.
and definitely not to give up because a lot of times this guy, wait 1 minute, Fran, hold down a little bit.
It's three or four of us.
She get to talking to some of her partners
I like
and,
my husband, man.
and they just get carried away like ain't nobody
You
around.
don't be talking that loud. You just hear us like,
Hey, Tampa.
hey, Tampa.
Hey Tapper, how you doing? But the starter plants is something that I've been using for years. I use seeds on my stuff like my top crop, like the corns and the peas and stuff like that. But for as my tomato plants and cabbage cobs or whatever, I usually use starts. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I've never really grown a tomato plant from a seed. Never really have. But I have kept them all year long. It's like the volunteers that I got inside the little growing area I got inside now. They're about 3 feet tall.
Oh wow.
It's still looking good.
Yeah.
Still
Fresh
looking-
and Fire said, I would suggest start your garden journey with something easy like beans, okra, or peas and sunflowers. When you get comfortable with growing, just grow what you eat. Keep it simple. I'm telling you, the simplest thing for me was tomatoes. I had an abundance of tomatoes, but I started with starts and
So let me make sure I got it right.
they wouldn't stop. They started and they would stop. Tomatoes
My
was
only thing
easy for me.
with tomatoes, I would say make sure if it's determinate or indeterminate.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're living in an apartment and then you get a indeterminate tomato start, you're gonna have a tree inside your house.
Yes, I had one. The Black Prince, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was indeterminate, which
Yeah.
I mean I didn't know, but once it put off that, the whatever it's gonna do, then it won't reproduce anymore. So yeah.
Determinate is the one that produce all its fruit.
Oh, it was determined now. Yeah.
It's determinate. Indeterminate means it can get as big as it want. It can keep
It wouldn't
producing.
produce no. Yes.
It'll
won't produce
keep
yeah.
it'll keep producing.
Yep. Jalapeno peppers was super easy for me too. I had so many jalapeno peppers and they were so big. I had so many. And bell peppers. I could say bell peppers. But all of those I use starts.
Well, Janet Cousin said cucumbers was the easiest for her, but
I didn't even put any cucumbers down.
I was like you guys. I gave him the info as to try whatever you like, you enjoy eating.
Mm-hmm.
Do that first,
Yeah.
because like I told him, everybody don't need a garden before it's over with. You're gonna have to plant something.
I'm telling you, I could probably grow anything now. That's how I feel. Even though I haven't planted everything, I feel like I can grow anything. I'm telling you,
Great.
That's
anything.
That's fantastic way to feel. Fantastic. Yeah, Nikki said that cucumbers are easier too.
Mhm.
I think everybody like cucumbers. I think now. I'm not sure, but I like to peel them and slice them up, and pepper them down. Put a
I
little-
eat them as pickles.
Yeah, you eat them as pickles. Oh
That's
man,
the way I eat them.
everybody locks my
No,
jaws.
I make them into pickles.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Oh,
love pickles.
Yeah,
I
I don't.
love pickles. I love cucumbers. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Yes,
Nikki says she loves your confidence, Crafty.
I feel like
Yeah,
I can grow
It's good
anything.
to have that.
Once
Oh,
I
yeah.
find the balance, y'all, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on everything. Like, yeah.
Well, like I said, it's great that you are growing because we all gonna have to grow for long.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm biased. How you doing?
Hey, Queens. Hey, Miss Fanny.
Jan is a little bit upset with us
Why?
because he can't find the link.
Oh, J3?
Yeah,
I sent it to him today. He said won't let him come up.
Oh, is he on his phone or his computer?
Probably
He
his
won't-
computer.
He won't tell us.
Oh,
I've already started buying seeds for the spring because I don't know what's going to happen this spring and summer. So I have so many seeds because when I first started wanting to grow, I started buying so many seeds. And then my Renaissance grandma had this case with all the little containers in there. Well, she was the first one, but I've seen other people with it since I first saw her. I have one of those. I have two of them actually with so many seeds in there, y'all. Because, yeah, I'm going to grow some things. And some
J3 say he's good.
all right, Papa.
He didn't want to come up anyway.
Hey, I was getting ready to say the same thing, Crafty. I was getting ready to say the same thing.
Unbiased.
Oh,
That's
he over
nice.
there. He over there telling fibs.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, Angel. Hey, Victoria with that cropper.
Hey, David.
Yeah, well, the cropper will be on with us next week. And
I'm sorry, y'all.
you're supposed to have Growing What I Eat was supposed to come up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And hadn't seen him yet. But what we were talking about, Unbiased, is what was the best option for beginner gardeners? And we was talking about whether it was raised beds, pots, grow bags.
I would do.
Excuse me a minute, I'll be right back.
Okay.
He say, "Well, Unbiased, you sent it to me."
Y'all silly. Hey, GT.
Hey, GT.
Johnny Taylor is in the building.
GT
So,
is in here?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Bambi, what I would say is just I wouldn't even worry about grow beds and bags and all that kind of stuff. I just say start with what you have. Because everything that grows it grows differently. You won't know what it's gonna do until you actually grow it, and then you can assess that, and then next year do something different to change it. That's what I did, but you know.
Yeah, Homesteader Rachel says she only grows in raised beds.
Hey, the analytic
Who
gardener.
said that?
Gardener.
Homesteader Rachel.
Rachel. So those cantaloupes you grew, those was raised beds? I mean, all that stuff? Okay.
But it's nothing wrong with the raised beds. But I mean, as a new gardener, I wouldn't go spend that kind of money because you don't even know if you're gonna like doing it. You know?
That's pretty much what I told him.
Yeah.
Is he used that little small spot that he said he had down near where they didn't grade off, and use that spot, get it enriched, and try it.
Mm-hmm.
And just drop what he and his family like to eat.
You're right.
You know, don't try nothing fancy and get some starter plants, stuff like that. And the first thing I did tell him was try use some tomatoes if you like them.
Yes.
Because usually everybody can grow tomatoes. I won't say everybody because some people kill everything they touch.
My tomatoes didn't do nothing. I had one little cherry tomato like that.
Oh wow, yeah, man.
But you got one.
I got one.
That's the truth.
That's right.
And it was good.
That's right. You got one.
Because I sure did eat it. I sure did.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I'm like the Cato family. I love to eat fresh from the garden also. And I saw Cece standing out there in her garden eating something one day. On one of
ground cherries I eat all the time out there.
Oh yeah.
I have those, but I was scared to find.
Janet Cruising, I understand what you're saying about the clay soil and all that, but as a new gardener, you don't even know what that is.
I have clay soil. I know I have it.
True.
You don't know what clay soil is, if it's rich or not rich, if it's
I don't know if it's rich enough, but I know this yard is full of nothing but clay. But it's people who show you how to mix that stuff up for it to be able to grow in it. I just don't really have a spot to grow in there. That's why I choose the raised bed. I mean, well, I have one, but I ain't put it together. But anyway, the grow bags and the buckets because well, I do have one put together. That's why I choose those because I don't want to put the stuff in there, and I don't really have a spot to put it. If y'all saw my backyard, y'all would understand what I'm talking about. Like really saw it.
So, having clay soil, you can't grow. I mean, trees and grass and all this other stuff grow in it every day.
Seem like some stuff growing anything, but it's I guess what the seeds need, you know, like the nutrients and stuff that the seeds need, that clay is not going to give it to them. I'm telling you, it's like red clay.
They mix the little stuff to it anyway.
Yeah,
you need to enrich it. Like Russian Flower backyard said, this year was the first year that she got some good big tomato harvest. Sometimes it takes sometimes to find the right variety that works for you.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, it don't drain. Okay. Okay.
And yeah, that too.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
but a lot of people take and get these chip drops and they can apply that into it. Once you get that clay broke and you can put something else into it to make it richer.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to let that chip drop and that old mulch and stuff lay there for a minute,
Right.
but eventually it will richen up.
Hey, Deborah.
Hey,
Hey, Deborah,
Miss Deborah.
it will richen back up.
Yeah, I'm
That's the
telling you.
truth.
Missy, I like your hat.
Thank you. Representing Vlogmas.
Oh, got you.
I was Tennessee. See, I had one like that, but Fran didn't know where it was, and Fran called me a liar right on the in front of
Lord.
CC. So CC, I was fibbing on her.
Oh, wow.
But anywho, I got a little list here that I wrote down, and we was talking about some of the things I went over with him, and the small yard garden. Like I said, he already got the dirt, and he already got the tools to work with. So he don't need pots or grow bags. But if he did it the other way, then he gonna have to have potting soil, which is not all natural anymore, and the cost of the containers and the cost of the garden tools.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, unbiased, it's best to deal with what you got until you get where you want to be.
Yeah, because all that stuff is expensive.
It is. It is.
I mean, you can catch it on sale, but then you got to still get it some more, so.
Mm-hmm.
And every day now, stuff is going higher, higher, and higher.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll talk about a sale, and they drop $3 off of it, and by the time you get past the register, it's already back up $4.
Right.
And I don't really understand all that. But,
Price out. That's what that is.
Yeah, that too. They're getting away with a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, who gonna give us our money back? Nobody.
Right. And see, another problem that this young man had is they have just bought a new place to live, a new house. Been there about a year and a half, almost 2 years. Now, he got laid off from his job, which I mean, good money job. But they closed that particular company down. So now he's without work. But luckily, his wife got his back.
Yeah.
And he said he just can't deal with that because he used to being the provider for the family.
Yeah, that was that.
So I told him the same thing. I said, you'll bounce back. I said, because you're determined.
Right.
So he said that he had to have something to do to keep his mind occupied.
Right.
Until he did find it.
Mm-hmm.
Homesteader Rachel say, I asked for raised garden beds for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, etc. That's how you're supposed to do it. When people ask you what you want, list the things that you want or need or would like to have, because I see that all the time in my business as well. So
hey, Miss Murphy,
when my children or my mom or sister, whoever asks me, well, what you want for Christmas? It's either thread or, it's something for my business. I don't care about, getting clothes and shoes and handbags and not like that. Don't.
Right. Yep. I told my daughter I want a wheelbarrow for Christmas. She's like, I'm not about to wrap that. I said, you ain't even got to put a bow on it.
I know that's right.
I want a wheelbarrow.
And that's how you, because I mean, if not, then you will, try to save the money or do whatever you got to do
Right.
to try to get it. But if somebody's offering to do something,
Yeah.
for you, you might as well.
Well,
Well, hey, Papa. Glad you could join us.
I had to pull out the phone.
Oh, you couldn't get the laptop to work. I figured that.
Well, somebody said, Jed, that you were just mad at us. That's what it was. Now, that's what I heard.
Ain't nothing but one way. Well, ain't nothing they can do to make me mad, but ain't nothing but one way you can make me mad, damn it. And you too far to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, absolutely, Rachel. Absolutely. And so I just want to say this to, some people that may be in the chat or whatever. I used to be that person, like, wanted the latest and the greatest of whatever, like whether it was electronics, handbags, earrings to match the purse, the shoes to match the purse. I used to be her. And then one day, y'all, I promise on God that I woke up and he was like, no more. And I'm like, what? He was like, no more. Like, you don't need those things. And then it all started resonating with me how much money I was wasting to, I guess you could say, try to look good for other people, because it wasn't satisfying me.
Right.
I just wanted it because it was new, it was latest and the greatest, and I had to have it. But now it's like, I don't care about that because that doesn't make me who I am.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
The truth.
But, the ideal of gifts here and gifts there, I am sort of that way myself. I'm biased because it, I tell my grandkids, they ask me, grandfather, what do you want for Christmas? I said, to be happy. And you guys don't be spending your money to buy me something because I don't need that.
Mhm.
So what they had started doing, they know I like to fish. They had started getting me fishing equipment, or they would give me some kind of lure that I needed, or the fillet knives, or something like this.
mm-hmm.
But I got more clothes now than I could ever wear. And still got
Exactly.
some with tags on it.
Exactly.
And now I have lost weight, and I got clothes that's too big, and they're brand new. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really don't need material things
Yeah.
anymore in life. It's what's within. It's what's within, and if I can see my kids and my grandkids happy, then that's my Christmas.
Thank you.
So I have a question, and I don't know if this pertains to all the melanated people in the chat and on the panel. But growing up, were you provided like a time to have a conversation with your parents about material things, like what it means, if it means anything? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say for me, because I'm in the 1970 baby, right? And everybody was that was around my family and they was materialistic. And it seemed to be the norm. It didn't seem like if I never really growing up seen anybody what you would call poor. I mean, we probably were poor, but you couldn't tell
We didn't know
because
it.
we didn't know
Right.
that, right? So did your parents, or did you have to learn this on your own once you got older? Like, this is ludicrous. Like, why am I spending $80 on a shirt?
Mm.
Oh,
I didn't have to learn that because I was taught that from my mom.
Hey,
Like,
take
I've
care.
never been materialistic, even though I've had lots of things, right? And still have lots of things. I've never been materialistic. Like,
I
if
always
you give
got
it to me, I
candy
could not have it
corn.
today and I would be all right.
If a cousin outgrew something, you know, or I outgrew something. My mom would tell me, "Don't you say you got your shirt that she wearing or whatever," because we just passed clothes around to
Pass it on. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was
Pass
never.
it on.
yeah.
It was
So,
never an issue.
And see, I didn't learn that, CC, until I got older. We and like my mom and dad, girl, like we didn't do any of that. I didn't know any of that. I was almost 30 years old when I learned certain things. Like I moved into an apartment one time and the lady across the hallway was like, "Can I borrow some sugar?" And I'm like, "What?"
oh, that's a normal thing. You borrow from the neighbors,
Yes, we
cup of milk,
definitely
cup of sugar,
Like,
sugar, flour, milk.
I was like,
you know,
wait, what? And then she would come. She came back the next time talking about some milk and some. I said, wait a minute now. You don't go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have 3 kids,
That's right.
and you asking me for this, that, and the third. But then I learned that is what we were supposed to do. But I didn't know that until I was almost 30 years old.
Oh wow, yeah, we
Because
definitely.
we
So
wasn't
true,
taught.
Janet.
We was taught to go home, shut the garage down, and go in the house. Like we didn't talk to the neighbors. But now I do because I know what it's like, you know, not having anything, not having anybody.
yeah.
Yeah, our neighbors, we definitely. I'm talking about not just our immediate neighbors either, right? Like neighbors in the neighborhood, like could come borrow stuff from you. Like borrow. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? Really, you're not
Right.
borrowing the sugar.
You
You're
take
not
out the
But yeah, I'm telling you, we grew up just like that. Just like that. Passing down clothes. We grew up just
yeah.
like
Well, unfortunately, I was
And
blessed.
I really wish that I would.
I mean, I'm grateful.
Unfortunately, I was blessed. I was the only child,
Oh, see, it's 5 of us.
and I wore a suit every Sunday, and it wasn't the same suit. I had nothing to do with it. That was the way that my mother had me, and I really stopped wearing. When I retired, I stopped wearing suits all the time. Now you'll see me basic clothes, basic. Even when I go to church all the time, I won't wear a suit. I just wear a shirt and pants.
Hey, Happy Mac. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Jay. I was the only child myself, but I had a bunch of younger uncles, younger cousins, older uncles, older cousins, and it was a pass me down because my mom raised me and her income was the only income we had at that particular time. So I know exactly what everybody's talking about when they're talking about being being poor. I know about it.
Yeah.
This is one reason that I push my kids so hard to have something of their own because I know how it feels to be that way. Because
Well,
like I said, I was the only child, but I had in the community, like Crafty said, your neighbor, which was your neighbors, and they raised every child in that neighborhood, really.
Right. Right. And let your parent know if you was outside that house.
Yes, yes.
Mama say go in, lock the door. Nobody better not see you outside.
Okay.
like I said, I was poor. I just didn't know it because the way my mother raised me, I didn't know we were poor.
Oh, I knew we were poor.
Everything that I need or ask for, I got.
I know we
Everybody
was
poor
poor
around us.
Hey, Odom said, yeah, he passed down everything they knew
Odoms.
at
But
a
I
very
can say,
young age.
yeah.
I was 9 years old when I got my first guitar, electric guitar. Didn't know how to play it or nothing. My mother said, "You need to learn how to play the guitar." She bought me a brand new guitar and everything. So
And you know that mentality right there of what J3 is talking about now. You know, in the business that I'm in, you may not want to say stuff like that, but it's parents that buy stuff like that for kids and have to do other things, right? Pay bills and stuff. We poor, but I'm gonna buy you this electric guitar because you want it, right? And you even poorer now because you purchased this electric guitar.
Well, hold
Your
on.
child don't know it because they're getting everything they want. So
Right.
they grow up thinking
I
that they're
didn't,
able
I
to
didn't
get
ask
everything
for
they
to
want.
get.
I'm not saying you
Right.
grew up thinking you could get everything you
Right.
want, but that's just the mentality that they grow up with. Like, I could get whatever I want. That's why a lot of us are broke today.
Let me tell you what Cato said, and then I'm gonna let Jed get back to it. But Cato said, yeah, he grew up poor, but it makes
Oh,
him appreciate the things that he can afford now.
yes, that's and
Right.
when Papa Ben was talking, I was like, "Thank you, Lord," because my mom's kids, even though we grew up poor, all of my mom's kids are doing very well, right? So I was like, "Thank you, Lord," because we didn't fall into the trap of, well, my brother, but he's still doing very well, but he's working on himself, right? But we didn't fall into the trap of having to have everything, right? Not really. So we're well off. We're blessed. We're
So
blessed.
true, Happy Mac. Happy
I,
Mac. Yes.
I said the same thing. I'm blessed because it wasn't easy. Not my growing up, but even when I left the military, 5 kids and everything, and we did the paperwork. We wanted food stamps, but they told me I made too much money,
Yeah.
too much money, and they only gave me $33 for 7 people,
Wow. Yeah.
and I told them what they could do with it.
That's a whole nother ball game for me with the
Mhm.
system. I have a whole nother take on the system.
Now,
Right.
But I'm not gonna get into that right here. But yeah, I do. I have a whole nother.
but then when Christmas came along, and my kids said, "I want some skates. I want some inline skates and all that stuff." I went and saw what the real price was at the store. It wasn't Walmart then. It was that other Kmart.
Woolworth, huh?
It was
Okay.
Kmart, and I couldn't afford it. But I went to Goodwill, and I found skates and stuff. I brought them back home, scrub them up, washed the soles out and everything. You couldn't tell that they was used. And my son got it. He was so happy, and I never told him all the stuff that they used to get was used until they got up in age.
Oh yeah.
Well, the statement my daughter just made, I hope you guys saw that
Yes.
because it really fills my heart because that's the way I'll talk to them. You don't take nothing for granted.
Right.
Nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, we never took anything for granted. We didn't have everything we wanted. Well, we definitely had everything we needed.
Right.
We would with my girls, we would go to like the thrift stores and they would find, clothes, or we would go to like there's another thrift store, and then I would take their clothes to the cleaners and get them cleaned up so they looked like they were new clothes, but they wasn't. But yeah.
They didn't know.
And a lot of kids
Oh,
like to
they
shop at the
knew.
thrift store.
My girls knew. And I used to, ever since they were little, we always went and took care of the homeless. I had them volunteering at an early age, so they knew that they were privileged to be not in those situations. So, but I wanted them to. One year they didn't get nothing for Christmas because they got to a point when they was at preteen, and they were like, "Oh, I need this," and I said, they just had a whole negative attitude and stuff. I said, "Y'all not having a Christmas. We're gonna go and feed the homeless, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna eat, and that's it." They did not have a Christmas that year because I was like, "No, don't get to a point where you think you too good."
Irvin, your container, glad to see you.
Yeah,
I was just reading some of the comments.
yeah, I was reading them
Listening
comments.
to it at the same time, CC, because actually Unbiased started a conversation here that I think we
Oh, we got
all
our subject.
we need it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm enjoying this subject.
Honestly, and it's a good conversation because the holidays are coming up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's definitely a good conversation to be
Right.
had. Yeah. She right now for Christmas, I could tell you, our tree was filled like to the top. We was poor. I'm telling you, we was poor. But for Christmas, our tree was filled to the top. But you already know some bills ain't getting paid. When you
Yeah.
asking your parents for all these things, we have to. Now, as kids, we don't understand that, but as an adult, we understand that fully, or most of us do. Many of us do.
My mom had bought my prom dress on a credit card. She was paying that credit card off, and I was at college.
Huh.
She was still paying the prom dress, that I wore in high school.
So
So
that probably just end up being 3 times more than what it
Right.
actually was supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah. Our parents, they go through a lot for us, and we
Buy
don't
you sugar.
get it.
Right.
Hey, babe, you
Yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
buy
Hey,
Yeah.
how you sugar?
Like I said, I was the only child, and I knew what my mom went through. I knew the hard times she had. And that there was a lot of times that I wanted stuff, but I couldn't ask her for it because I know she couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got older, I did little jobs, little hard jobs. As a matter of fact, this is one of the things that helped me to learn the trade I got because I used to do little projects for other people that
Right.
made me a few dollars. And I definitely, it was a great learning. It was a lesson for me. And as I said now, this is why it's not hard for me to listen or to help other people because
Right.
I know how it feels. I know how it is. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And then this time of year here, this is why you guys don't hear me say too much of happy this, happy that, because every holiday and every occasion is not a happy occasion for some people.
True.
Yes.
True.
Because some people have lost loved ones during this particular time. Some people have lost loved ones during Thanksgiving. That's one of the reasons that I normally say have a blessed Christmas or a blessed Thanksgiving.
True.
Hey, Psalms, glad to see you.
Hey, Urban Backyard Gardener.
How you doing, everybody in the chat?
He said it's funny. Mr. Mike, that sound good to me. A fruit roll up in lifesavers.
As you said, Mr. Bammett, when your kids ask you what you want for Christmas, my kids used to ask me all the time, "What you want this? What you want that?" And I told them, "Well, my dad ain't never did nothing for me, but one thing I learned from him, the only thing I can say that he taught me was when I asked him what he wanted for his birthday or what he wanted for Christmas, he would say a pair of socks and a can of soup. He said my
Hey,
feet are
Tom.
he said my feet will always be warm and I have some soup in my belly.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to tell my kids that too. And my kids knew I was a good like fishing all the time. They would go buy me fishing stuff. But when they see me with a open face reel and it looks a little expensive, they would go buy me a Zebco 33, something that costs under $15. And I come to the realization, okay, I understand that. That's what you can afford. Then I tell them, I said, if you don't have any money, don't buy me anything. I'm
Thank
not
you.
mad.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm not. I'm not mad with you. I'm here for you. You're not here for me. I'm still able to do what I do and everything. And me and my son, we were sitting at the table today and we had a conversation. And I told him, I said, am I here for everything that you want, or am I here because I'm gonna take care of you and your children when I need to? I can't take care of you every day. I come through when you can't come through. That's what I'm here. That's what a grandfather's for. When you can't make it, then I show up.
Mm-hmm. Well, Grandpa, you need to show up all the time, okay? For the grandchildren, yes, show up all the time for the grandkids.
Okay, so I put it to you. No, I can't tell
I
them.
don't have no grandchildren.
Well, you my grandchild, answer this question for me.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to see me at every event you have at school? Do you want to see me at every game? Or if you get in a bind, you want to see me then because you know that you can depend on me. So which time would
Okay.
you rather see me?
Both of
Well,
them.
I'm gonna say
Both
D,
of 'em.
all of the above.
Both of them. Everything.
Right.
You want to see her at the games,
See,
the events,
unbiased and not getting a
divine.
car.
You wasn't give me no car anyway. You just told the people that.
You are not getting a car.
Made me cry online and everything.
Not cry. See there? Don't do her like that.
Well, my
I'm
grands
not
and
far from you.
my grands and my great grands, you know, they want me to be there for all of it. And if I can, I'm not saying I do. If I can, I try to do that. I try to be there for all that. But doing the grinding that I do, it's hard for me to participate in a whole lot of stuff
I
because
ain't famous
at this particular time, I'm grinding now trying to get this lady she shed together, and it's a big one.
Got homework to get done. Good night,
So
Kato.
You want to come build me one too, bro?
I'll give you a he shed, not a she shed.
I'm trying to get me a 16 by 40.
Well,
Can you do that?
this is an 18 by 30. So I'm sure I can do it.
That's another house.
That's what I want. Oh my God. When we move,
What?
oh my God. I need me.
That's what I told her. I said, now, don't let me come back over here in 2 months just to holler and visit and see you living in it and your kids in the house. You know,
Somebody kind of told me the same thing too, because I told them I want to get me a honey shed out there where I can do all my woodwork and all my
Honey
honey.
shed.
Yeah, because it's gonna be basically for honey.
That sounds like something different.
Well, it's how you take
Yeah,
it. It's how you
it
take it, how you taste it.
but unbiased,
Uh,
you know, I love you to death for starting this conversation. I really do.
there you go. I
Because
get to myself.
yeah, apologize, man.
Cute.
Because you opened up a subject that was really needed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, everybody say look forward, don't go back. But sometimes you have to go back in order to see where you've been. Yeah,
Right.
where you need to go back to.
Right. Yeah, I think 2025 is gonna be that type of year where you're gonna have to, if you did do like a lot of survival things growing up, you're gonna be going back to a lot of those things if you can remember how to do it and or figure out how to do it.
Right.
Which is going to hurt a lot of people because, like myself, I'm not used to that. So I will be learning as time goes on what I need to do to protect me and my family, and what we have to do to survive. I know it's gonna be hard, but I'm willing to take the challenge.
Yeah, Mike, that's not for Fran, that's for another lady.
Well, I put it this way, unbiased. When it comes to survival, you have to do what you have to do. Because you're a Walmart shopper and you ain't got nothing but $50, you better go take the family tree up. The dollar, you better tear it up.
Not the family tree.
So now I have a question about that, J3. So the food in the Dollar Tree, do y'all really buy food from the Dollar Tree?
Yep. And
It is edible food, just like
yes, ma'am. It's just a smaller version of what would be in the big stores.
Right.
you definitely not getting as much as you would if you go to a big box
Right.
store, but it is the same food.
Yeah.
No, it's not the same food. It's the lower quality food. But think of this. In a time of emergency, it doesn't matter. In times of emergency, it
You
doesn't
just need to eat.
You
So
need
true,
to fill that
Devon.
cup up to continue for the next day.
But
Hey,
honestly,
hey,
what J3 is saying, okay, maybe some of it, but I'm telling
It's
you,
kinda
the
name
foods
brand
that are
stuff.
made there are made by the same people at the big
Yeah.
box stores, right?
That's true. It's just that it's
They
It's a
put a
low
different
quality.
name on there, but it's the same stuff.
Now,
My
you may
sister used to
remember
work
I
at
did a
Queen.
giveaway on my show a good while back. I did a
Mhm.
give. I did three survival packs. I went to the Dollar Tree and filled up everything with it. That's the only thing I put in there was stuff from Dollar Tree.
Oh, I
Whether
haven't seen
they
that back in that.
whether they
Let me
put
let me cut you off a minute, Jed. Is Homesteader Rachel? Now she's the hunter, right?
right.
Yes. And
Uh-huh.
she got her
Okay,
grandsons doing it with her.
okay, Miss
Yeah, we learned.
Rachel. I want some deer meat.
Granddaughters.
I want some deer meat.
Huh?
I'm just letting her know. Okay, Jed, go ahead.
Hey,
Lady
you talk
Jagger
to Miss Rachel or Stacy, either one.
You know, some of the dollar stores are owned by Walmarts.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yes, you didn't know that.
I
That's all
believe
this stuff yeah.
a
You,
lot of
I thought it was Family Dollar.
no, a lot of
well,
these low
a
income
lot of them is owned by Walmart.
were.
Oh.
They just, it's hard to explain, but you have to understand when something gets so that people are not buying a lot of it. And evidently, if you read the dates, if you still got the dates on them,
Yeah.
they pass it down to another store that they own and lower the price.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh.
the date stays the same.
Yeah, but the dates stay same. But they are getting so now they are not putting dates on stuff,
Right.
You can't
and
find it.
and there's a reason for that now.
Right.
There's a reason for that. That's for the consumer to have to purchase it anyway,
Right.
and it can stay on the shelf longer.
And then again, when it does have that date, uh, this is the milk is expired on
Such a date, yeah.
2/2/25. That's just saying you need to buy it more then. That milk can actually last till the end of the month. If you keep it in the refrigerator the way you're supposed to and everything, it will last a little longer than the date that they put on there.
That thing gonna be moving.
A couple days. A couple days after, because then it started being like buttermilk.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be moving. Don't
And you
y'all
can
Okay,
still
but-
use it then.
Wait a minute,
Is
CC.
it
I
still
know you don't throw
good?
that away. You throw that away?
Girl, my garden get it. But
Oh,
I drink
you know what?
milk face milk. So
I
it
make-
don't
Best
last.
milk for
I
mac and
made
cheese.
I made cornbread with it.
Yeah,
That's
cornbread, mac and cheese.
That's
Yes.
it. That's
Yes,
it.
I
Boiled
made
milk,
Well, you
cornbread.
boiled
with
milk
it.
is
Raw
good too.
milk.
Boiled milk is good too.
Yes, it's good
I
to
use
cook
it for the
with for
garden.
sure.
And then if you need buttermilk and stuff, it's spoiled. Just add a little lemon juice to it. You
Or
got your
vinegar.
buttermilk. You got
Yeah.
your butter.
Okay, what we're gonna do now
Cornbread with
is
that.
let me tell you guys who won.
We
Don't
already
do it.
know.
Don't do
We
it.
already know.
Don't do it.
Okay,
Patience 55. Congratulations, Queen.
Huh?
and let me
Patience
tell
55.
and CC had already put it in my hidden chat, and she put it in the day after I posted. So I announced Kason had won, but actually
Oh.
CC had won. So it was my mistake, my fault. So each one of them, I
Why
mailed
you
it
put
to
it in
them.
a hidden chat?
CC was putting it everywhere. She was
Congrats.
I don't know how. I just put it on the thing. I don't know where it went all to.
But you know,
Hey, Mona, how you doing?
you know when I
Hey,
came on
Mama.
time and I did that the last one when you told me CC won it. But you know
Yeah.
what I was thinking? I
What's
said he old slick fella. You know what he talking about? What was that other the last one that you did that they couldn't nobody figure it out?
Yeah, you
Oh,
talking
but the
about
new
UCAP.
cap.
Okay, new cap. And I was thinking about that,
No,
and your
right.
statement was the dish that starts the feeding. What is the dish that starts the feeding?
Hey, Miss Mona.
The first dish is you got to have a plate. So that's how I was thinking.
What? No.
No, what I said, what is the one dish
One
that
dish,
sets off for holiday meal?
a plate. You got to have a plate to eat.
The one dish.
Yeah,
Food
yeah.
on.
Jed,
The one
You talking
Yeah.
about food.
Jed, who sent you that? Who sent you the link?
Mac and cheese definitely gonna sit off the holiday.
But anyway, CC and Cajun 55 got a gift.
Mac and cheese.
Now, listen up.
Congratulations, CC.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Now,
Thank
listen up. I'm going to do the second one Sunday night. I'm going to do a short live version Sunday night for the second one. Now, I promised you that I wouldn't do a UCAP trick on you. I didn't say I was going to make it real easy for you either.
Hey,
Mm-mm.
Jihad.
Going with Hudson, hey.
How y'all doing now?
So what we're going to do is since
Mona.
CC have already been rewarded, we're going to let her come up with a number. I don't want to know it myself, CC. I'm going to let her come up with a number between 100 and 200 for our drawing tonight. And
CC,
whenever
you
you're
can
ready,
put me in
CC,
the private chat.
Okay.
Don't
whenever
put it
you-
in there for me.
whenever you're ready, CC,
I'm playing.
Oh gosh. So don't put it in the private chat.
No, I was just kidding.
You don't play unbiased?
I was trying to win. It's time to go.
Oh,
You trying to cheat because I was trying to win.
whenever you're ready,
Jason
CC,
already put his.
you ready, CC?
Yes, I guess so. They going.
Okay.
Somebody better not answer my number.
Keep your eye on it.
I am.
They had never chopped it down to, I think, like 2 lanes.
Hey, Queen friend.
She's running her mouth on that phone.
Look, cases come in from the bushes.
I thought she was gone somewhere.
We went up to the
That's a 0 in front of that 9. Why my thing going so slow?
Cause you know how thing do.
I need to be on my phone.
city lights right over there. They got a city.
CC, just say I did it.
Nope. If anything, say I did it. I'm sorry.
Yep, I see it. Oh
I
man.
did it.
Nope.
Oh man.
Who we got?
Casey.
Oh,
Oh,
congratulations, Queen.
It was 199.
Congratulations, Casey. Again.
She on the go, baby. She on the go. Congratulations, Casey.
Congratulations, Miss Casey.
Congratulations, Casey. I don't know what she be using. I think she got about 3 computers. She
I don't
using.
see 199. Wait, 199 it.
199.
Yeah, I seen it.
It's back up towards the top somewhere. I saw 199.
I'm biased. You was close. You had 198.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
I thought that was me put 199.
Okay, Casey, I got you.
2 times. Oh Lord. I'm Congratulations, Miss Casey.
Congratulations.
I ain't
Congratulations.
doing so good with these things.
Now, Casey, what you got? You got Casey 1 or Casey 55? I see 1 and I see
Oh,
Casey
Who is
55.
Casey 1?
I said she had Casey 1 up there for one of doing the first Christmas giveaway.
mhm.
So I don't know what is. It's Casey 55. Okay. All right.
That might be somebody different.
Hmm.
Casey 1?
I don't even see that.
No, I'm not talking about tonight.
This one on the
Oh.
Christmas, the Christmas
Oh.
card.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh.
so
She might have had another channel.
we have had a beautiful time,
Yes.
and I'm biased. I definitely thank you for changing the subject because it was a great subject.
Yeah.
I
Love
really
you.
did.
Uh,
And
Mr. Bammett, my thing is, for the first 15 minutes, you go ahead and do yours because it's liable to go anywhere after that 15 minutes.
well, You know, the thing about it, Jed, this time it went in a great direction. It really did. And special for this time of year.
Yeah.
You know, it went in a great direction. And but you can hear my sidekick in the background, still on the phone.
She said she got to take care of business too.
Yeah, well, that's what she's been doing all day today.
And tell Fran I can't have the cake now, so I'm not coming to get it.
Jed said you don't have to give him no cake because he's not coming to get it. She talking, she can't hear me, Jed. But anywho, love you guys. And there's nothing you can do about
Love
it.
y'all.
See y'all next week.
Everybody in the chat, be blessed. See y'all in these streets.